Hello friends, it's Janey Backer with Inspired Stamping, and today, my hair's a little hot mess, so I'm trying to get all smoothed out here. It's, static cling. Lovely day, it's Tuesday, and it's time for live stamping at noon with me. It is March 9th, I believe. Yes it is. So, welcome to joining me here on my Facebook Live. And we are going to stamp today. I'm just trying to pull together a few more things to share with you. So let's see. I need to know you're here. So leave me a comment and say hello. It's lunchtime. What are you having for lunch? I just had some lovely fish and some tartar sauce. And soon I need to pull together a salad. So I'm kind of eating in stages, which probably isn't a great thing, but it's what I do. Okay, here come the dogs, so I'm sure you're going to hear them joining me. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and get it into its holder. There we go. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome, welcome. I am getting the computer queued up as well, and that is how I track comments as I watch on the computer. So today is March, so if you are looking to shop, sorry for the shaking camera. Come on, camera. Go where you're supposed to be. If you're going to shop through me with inspiredstamping.com, this is the host code that you will use, and love to connect with you that way. All right, I found the Facebook page. I found the video. I'm trying to turn off the sound. There we go. Okay, so comments. I can see them now, so go ahead and let me know you're here. And what are you having for lunch? I had my cards here, and goodness, I was away for a long weekend with my daughter for her 21st birthday, and I'm still trying to pull together what is what and unpacking and getting settled in. So, pardon me for my little bit of scatterbrainness. Okay, we're going to look at the butterfly Bijou designer series paper that is being offered exclusively in March and April. If you don't get it during March and April, it's going to be gone and you will miss out. So I had to look up this word because I honestly did not know what it is. It is a British word, and it means something small and delicate or elegant. And so I know some people have been stumbling thinking it's Bijou, but it's not. It's Bijou. And what a perfectly defined word for this beautiful, sweet paper and our butterflies. So this is one side of the sheets. You know that our sheets have two sides. Typically, they're always double-sided, and gives you opportunities to have multiple coordination options. Now, the beautiful thing about this set is that this lovely large die coordinates specifically with this piece of DSP and that design to cut out those butterflies precisely, which stampers love to die cut. We like to have layers, and we like to have pretty, pretty layers. So those are beautiful, beautiful cutouts, nice. It also has a stamp set, so yes, you can stamp these all in your Memento ink, then use the large die, cut out those beauties. Obviously they fit these beauties, the actual stamp set. Then you can use your blends, your watercolor pencils, your favorite coloring tools. You could use sponge daubers, any of our coloring tools to color these in to your heart's content. And I hear from people all the time that coloring is one of their relaxation hobbies, and it helps them with their self-care to have something calming, lovely, beautiful to work on as something that they can do and it's enjoyable. Way better than folding laundry, don't you think? Nobody does laundry for self-care, but having clean laundry is a nice part of self-care. Anyway, I'm off topic. So, I got these beauties. Have your stamps, your dies, and then we have a whole slew of other dies. So these are the fine detailed butterfly dies that you die cut just from your cardstock. There we go. And the extra pieces are embossing pieces. So I'm going to run these through and show them to you. Because why not? We're live. Let's do it. How many of you have already ordered these and have them in your hands? Do you have the butterflies in your studio? Okay, so with our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I'm just going to, it's not on the table, and I'm not going to move it to the table because it shakes, and it would give you seasickness to have to endure this. Okay, well, I may have lied. They aren't all embossing. Okay, so this makes a super cute dot cut. This creates this great cutout. And, oops. I'm not sure if I did this one right. It cuts out the bricks. And this is why you should be careful with doing things for the first time live on video, because I thought this would just make a brick effect. So, just see. Becky, you'll have to let me know what you think of this brick piece. It was just embossed bricks. But apparently, it is going to cut these little holes. So, now we know. I like the bubbles. That's a great effect. And I love these little hashes, stripies. Can you see those okay on the camera? All right. I hope that helps explain, show what it is that these are. Yeah, I'm one of those fastidious people that puts things away as they use them because I lose them, and it makes me crazy. I don't really care if they go back in the same place. I just care that they get back on here, or else they stick to things like stamp cases or, oh good heavens, I found things on the bottom of my paper trimmer. So my lesson that I've learned is pack it up, put it away while you're touching it, and there is less likelihood of misplacing it and all out losing it in a really weird random place. Well, there goes the envelope. All right, so we are going to flip the papers over now. Let you had a long look at that side. And show you this side. I love this tie-dye look. Just such tie-dye is always happy. It doesn't matter what the colors are, tie-dye is happy. And the reason we craft and have hobbies is because it adds more happy to our life. Right? All right. So for this card, I have my basic white card base, and I've prepared this ahead of time. This is the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder on Magenta Madness cardstock. I just really love all the details on that, and let me lift the light up so you can see it. Just very geometric, and makes the eye happy to look at all those lovely shapes and geometry shapes. So going to use this pre-punched label, and it is called Label Me Fancy. This is the Label Me Fancy punch. It has a whole ribbon and a ribbon slot that you can also go back and punch after you get your, you can add the ribbon slot anywhere. You can take one of these other shapes and put it in. I like to use the metal of the punch to figure out the center and then pull it back in. So that's my little punch tip. I have pre-cut a 2-inch, I think that's not true. Let me get my handy dandy ruler. It is true, 2 inches by 5 1/4 to go on my card front. And I'm going to use my Magenta Madness ink Stampin' ink pad. And, well, I thought I had my favorite. There it is. Going to use Good Morning Magnolia. I really love this large hello sentiment. Pull that out. And it goes on our clear blocks. And the cling just clings onto the clear block just like that. These are the Stampin' Up! Clear blocks for stamping. All right, so I'm going to pick up my papers because ink can get tragically messy and I don't want to ink up all of my designer pages. So our ink pads are a sponge, and they are stored so that the surface is upside down so that gravity pulls the ink to the very surface of that sponge. So when you open your ink pad, you have the best inked surface. Thank you to gravity, prepping the ink right to the surface of your stamp pad. Okay, we're going to press that right into place on my little label. So there are two camps of thought of stamp and then punch, which is traditionally how I do it. I stamp it and then I punch the paper out. Or there is the approach of punch it and then stamp it. I had a little shake of my stamp there, so I'm going to go here, stamp on a large scrap of paper. Then I always like to hold my punch upside down so I can see exactly where that image is in the window. And when you're happy with the placement, just go ahead and punch. And there you go. So you can see there's a little ink, shaky ink there that looks like a halo or shadow that isn't intentional. And then I close my ink pad up right away so that I don't stick my project, my hand, goodness, anything I can stick in it, it ends up in it. So that's just not a happy thing. So now we're going to attach this label onto the Magenta Madness label with our super cool dimensionals, which are foam with adhesive on both sides. So put one on each side. And then we're going to stick it a little bit lower. We're going to add a bow above there, and so I want some space for that bow. Now I'll take my favorite Tombow glue, liquid glue, and adhere this card layer to the card base. This card base is half a sheet of cardstock, and I just cut it in half at 5.5 inches and scored it at 4 1/4 right in the center. Folded it. Card bases are pretty simple that way. You can also go the opposite way and cut 4 1/4 and then fold it at 5.5. So there we go. There's that layer. Now we're taking our butterfly bijou, add the glue to the bijou. You didn't know you were going to get a language lesson when you came to stamp class today, did you? And then I'm going to off-center it to the left and press. All right, let me know. Did you already know what bijou meant before I had our little language lesson today? Did you all know? Am I the only one who is out of the loop on the bijou? It is a happy word. So these are our mini glue dots, and we're going to use them to attach the bow. I'm going to, yes. So I have about, I don't know, 10 inches of ribbon. So I take a loop here, wrap it around, push the loop through the hole, and then I personally call it fussing. I fuss with it until I pull it a little tighter, but not all the way tight. I adjust the tails, the loops, tighten, tails, loops, can pull them around, fluff up those loops, because we don't need flat loops, but anyway, get those nice and evened out. And then tails, my preference is that they are cut the same or complementary angles, and this one's a little ragged. I always keep one pair of scissors just for ribbon. Just like with fabric, you need ribbon scissors that are super sharp, and you cannot cut cardstock and ribbon with the same scissors and have good effects. So I'm going to, you see those little glue dots on the paper. I take my knot, press it into one, take a loop, press it into another, and repeat for the third one. Oh wait, let's attach our happy little hello onto the card. So goes like there. Then you take your glue dots and press them into place. And you're just gluing the back side, the glue dot's on the back side of the loop. So you can fluff up the top side of the loop, which adds some interest and layer to your card. So there is that, and it needs some bling. So we're going to pull out the champagne rhinestones. Beautiful bling. And place them onto our Happy Hello card. I always teach to use your rhinestones and embellishments in threes. Or in another odd number. All right, there is our Happy Butterfly Bijou card for our Live Stamping Tuesday class. This Magenta Madness is one of our in colors, which is an on-trend color collection that we carry for 2 years. This is coming in on the end of year 1, so we'll have this color for another full year. And it's so pretty and happy. So let me know if you have any questions. Remember I asked, what are you having for lunch today? Fill me in on your scoop of what you're having for lunch. And I will post the product numbers and information in the video comments, or video description rather. It'll take me about half an hour to get those updated. But if you're interested in ordering these products, these are from our Stampin' Up! Catalog, and I would be thrilled if you would order from me. I really appreciate your support for my business and my family through those orders. And if you order over $50, then I will send you the kit to make this card with your own stamps at home. So thank you so much for popping in with me today, and I will see you again next Tuesday for live stamping again. Just put me on your calendar and come join me on Tuesdays at noon, and we'll make a card together each week. Oh, I love leftover pizza, Becky. Some days I think I could just live off pizza. There's so many different flavors, and I do love pizza, but and leftovers are so easy. Good choice, girl. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for stamping with me today. And let me know if you have any questions or need any help. Have a super day, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.